Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 216, and just starting my Monday on my way to work. Right now it's 46 degrees outside. Got home a few hours ago and got up, got ready to go, and out the door. And we are starting our week. I have a meeting actually starting in 20 minutes, so heading over to the office right now. Gonna do that one. I've got 3 back-to-back meetings this morning. Then I have a long break and then a team meeting. And by the time the team meeting comes around, I need to have some results ready to go to show the team, and I will have that. So quiet day this morning here. It's going to be just basically working most of the time. Hopefully try to get 2 sessions of play in, and depending on if the team meeting is canceled, which probably will not be canceled, but if it is, we will try to go out of town and get some blackjack play in as well. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, almost lunchtime. We're going to head out of the office and see if we can make a little bit of money at a nearby casino. I got plenty of time, so I'll be able to get some free lunch while I'm there and take my time checking the machines. Got my laptop with me, keeping my teams alive, so it looks like I'm still in the office. I've got my team meeting this afternoon, but I've got most things under control for that. I've got a bunch of irons in the fire. I'm waiting for replies from a bunch of people. So I would say I have about half the stuff I need to do for the week already resolved. So it should look good for that. So anyway, heading down to the casino, and I will be back to update you. Alright guys, heading back to the office. Oh, I'm so looking forward to it. It's going to be so much fun to be sitting in an office where they keep it at 74 degrees in the office, like we're 90-year-old people sitting around freezing our butts off. But I'm so excited about getting back there for my meetings. I had another person ask me for a meeting, so I'm actually going to have a meeting before my other meeting that I had scheduled. And anyway, I'll be back there soon. I did play a few slots, and I used my free food for the week. And there wasn't really much going on in there. There were very few people in there. I noticed a few new machines that were worthless, but I looked around and found what I could, and left ahead $161. So about 40 or 45 minutes I was in there. Plus $161 is not too bad. So back to the office. We're going to do our meetings, and I may leave after the second meeting. I may wait a little while. I'm not sure. Worst case, we'll go to another casino tomorrow. So that's where we are right now. You're all caught up. I've gotten a lot of good feedback about my interview with 5 a.m. and I appreciate that. We'll try to get you more content like that, but I'm not a very public podcast. I don't have tens of thousands of listeners, so we're growing slowly, so people aren't exactly volunteering to do interviews, and I don't want just anyone either. So there's a few people that I've already talked to about an interview, and those will probably happen soon. So anyway, that's where we are, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, it is Tuesday morning. Obviously, I did not go back to the casino. I was leaving the office, and I thought to myself, man, I got a kid who's got a birthday, and I need to go home and take care of that. So I went home, and the aquarium that I bought was ready to go. I moved some things around, and I found a good place for it. Put the stand in its place, put the actual tank in its place, and kind of went through the inventory of things that I had bought and figured out all I needed was an air hose and some rocks. And so I went to the aquarium store, and I used to visit this place a lot because I had a lot of need for it. I had this gigantic aquarium, which was saltwater, beautiful aquarium. And so I go over there, and there's a clothing store there. So I looked at the map, and it looks like they moved it to another area in town. So we ended up going there instead. I was going to get one big bag of rocks, like 25-pound bag, and I was told that it's probably better if I get two. When we finally got home, I realized all I needed was one, so I'll have to take that one back. And then we got an air hose because we already had a pump and it worked. I could feel it working when I plugged it in. And it turned out that the pump wasn't working very well. So I got that one installed and working a little bit, but I ordered another one from Amazon. That one should be here today, so that should be good. So then we were going to get some other decorations, even though we had some, but they were so expensive. I mean, like, you know, the old style, like, treasure box that would open up and the bubbles would come out? They're like $60, and there's no way I'm paying that. So we'll get stuff on Amazon later, but we had enough plants and things like that to put in there. We had a good pump, as far as a filter pump, so that's all good. And while we were there, since all that we have right now is a goldfish that we got from the fair a couple years ago, I decided, why not get some other goldfish? They're considered feeder fish. You buy them to feed other aggressive fish. So you can get a dozen of them for $4. And since I was one of the founding members of this place, I got an unlimited lifetime membership to this place. I got 25% off. And so I paid like $3 for 12 fish. So we got those in there. And it was just going to take forever to fill this thing up with water. So I actually brought the hose in from outside, which my water in my house has a treatment system on it, so including the hose water outside. So brought the hose in through the back door and filled it up with that, and then we topped it off with about a quarter of the tank of warm water, got the temperature just right, got everything in there, and everybody was pleased. So happy to say everything is all set up and working, and in the next few days I will return those rocks. Now, this morning I didn't have a meeting till late, so I thought I would sleep in a little bit, and one of my kids comes in, "Dad, I missed the bus." "Yeah, you missed the bus like 20 minutes ago. What are you still doing here?" So I had to jump up. "Don't worry, Dad, I understand. It's my fault. I'll be late for school." I said, "No, you are not late for school. It is wrong to be late for school. You will not be late for school." I said, "People die coming to this country so they can have a good education, and you're saying that you'll just miss school or be late for school. That's not happening." I jumped up, threw some clothes on, went out the door, and we got to school in time. Now I'm going home, actually get a shower, and actually get ready for work. And then I'll head off to the office, and we'll see what happens. So today I'm going to definitely have 2 sessions of play, and we'll see what time I finish up all my meetings. I've got a meeting every other half hour, which is like the worst case scenario because I can't go anywhere. But I'll have to deal with that, and we'll see what we can do about getting some play in today. So that's what's going on right now. Heading back home, and then I'll be off to work. I'll be back. Alright guys, I am back. Just left the office. Lunchtime right now. I did put 2 meetings on my schedule just so that I can get out and do what I need to do. And actually I got, as I'm talking to you, I got a message from a listener, and he asked me about a slot play, and see what it attempted we got. I don't think he would mind, but he said definitely was nerve-wracking. I don't think I would have attempted it without listening to your podcast. I had faith in the numbers that it would all work out over time, and he was up $988 on his play. And I'm going to say So anyway, just leaving the office right now, and just finished my meeting with the new person. If you remember, I mentioned that we have a new person in the office and that we're supposed to have a half-hour conversation to get to know each other. And so she started asking me a couple things about my background. It turns out we have a lot in common. We both graduated from a similar college in a different state, but similar type of college, and had the same degree. And we're now doing something totally different, and we're both in the same industry again. So that's kind of interesting. So that was actually a pretty decent half-hour meeting. I had a couple really intense meetings this morning. One where I had to present, and a couple of them where I had to just listen, and some new processes and some changes and some more work for me. So I got that under control, and when I get back to the office, I'll work on that stuff some more. So right now, I'm heading off to the casino, and I'm going to see what we can do about making some money here, and making our Monday and Tuesday worthwhile. And then tomorrow will probably be, actually I'll probably have one more Wednesday after tomorrow without having to work Wednesdays, which will drop my income by about 25%. So we'll have to find some new ways of doing things. So that's what's happening right now. Today's a nice day, 73 degrees outside, and heading off to the casino, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back. I just left that casino. Not really much happening in there, not much at all. In fact, I had one AP playing a slot machine, and he was still playing the same machine when I left like 35 minutes later. So other than that, there really wasn't much happening. I played a few small plays and ended the session ahead $36. Didn't have any free food or anything going on, so kind of not the greatest stop here, but plus $36 there. I may swing back after work and see what else I can do, or I may go somewhere tonight, so stay tuned. And I don't even know what's going to happen. We're going to see here. So yeah, that's what's going on. Looks like I've got someone calling me. I'll be back. All right, guys, I am back. So right now, leaving the office and heading back to the casino, try to get one more session in, hopefully make a couple $100. So we'll see what happens with that. Right now, temperature continues to go up. It's 81 degrees outside, early afternoon, mid-afternoon, I guess. And yeah, we're going to try to hit them up one more time. Tomorrow, I've already got plans ready to go, where we're going, what we're doing, what time we're doing it, and should be a big day tomorrow. I'm considering even making it an overnight, so that may be a possibility. But I do have a lot of meetings on Thursday, so I have to be mindful of that and make sure all my work is done and ready for those. So that's what's going on right now, and I'll be back to update you. All right, guys, I am back, and went back in that place. It was so interesting because there were two machines in similar condition. One was about $1 a spin, one was about $2 a spin, and one was better than the other one in one way, the other one was better in the other way. And so I decided on the $2 one. I sit down, I play that, and a clueless lady sits on the other one, and wouldn't you know it, she did better than I did. So, you know, that shows variance for you. But I ended up down like $150 on that machine. Looked around to some other stuff, cut it down to like 110, cut it down to about 90, and then finally played one more machine, and it got me to ahead $328. So plus $328, so we actually made a little bit of money today, so that's pretty good. And right now it is almost rush hour time. I'm going to start heading toward home and hopefully get through this traffic without having to stop too many times. I will need some fuel for tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll get it now or in the morning. If I see something real cheap, I'll get it now. Otherwise, I will first thing in the morning. And tomorrow we are going to go on one of our further trips, and I'm actually contemplating canceling that and going on the furthest one that I have, but I'm worried that I'll get there too early, because it's not until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon that they open up their best games, and then I'll end up being there late and not being able to play as many places. So I'm thinking that through, and I'll make that decision here in the next few hours and figure out where I'm going. So for now, I am heading toward home, plus $328, and you may or may not hear back from me tonight. I'll be back. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. We'll see what happens. Until then, if you have any questions or comments, my email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.